Here's a quick video showing you my tips on how to make these decadent caramilk and pecan scrolls. Once you've brewed your dough, it's time to shape it. The dough should feel soft and a little tacky. You shouldn't have to add flour to your bench top, but if you do, try to use as little as possible. Remember, soft, tacky dough will give you light, fluffy bread, so adding too much flour will make it heavy and dry. Roll the dough out until you've got a rectangle, approximately 40 by 30 centimeters. Then spread the caramilk ganache over the dough. I set my ganache aside while I was doing this, and it's freezing in my kitchen today, so it's made it a little bit firm. If yours does this and you're finding it hard to spread it out, you can warm it up ever so slightly to make it easier. Spread it over the dough and fold the dough into 3, like you would a letter. Then use a ruler or do it by eye, slice the dough into 7. Now slice each piece 3/4 of the way through again. So now take one side in each hand, and as if you were plaiting, fold them over each other. Then take up each end and fold it around so you've got like a ball. Sit this in the skillet and repeat with the remaining 6 slices. Now with all the pieces sitting in the skillet, take the pecan topping you made earlier and spoon it over the dough. Leave a small amount of the glaze in the bowl for when they come out of the oven. Allow them to prove for around half an hour or so. They don't really need to double in size, but they have to be puffy. When they're almost ready to go in the oven, set your oven to 180 degrees Celsius, fan, and once it's at temperature, pop them straight in the oven and drop the oven temperature down to 170 fan. Bake for around 20 minutes, then check the colour. When the colour is where you want it, cover the scrolls with a baking paper lined foil cap. This will prevent them from browning any further, but they can continue to bake and keep the moisture in. Mine took about 40 minutes to cook in my oven, and I covered them around the 30-minute mark. When a pastry chef is testing a new recipe, we'll use a temperature probe to check for doneness. All things bake at different rates, but for these scrolls, the temperature of the centre needs to reach 90 degrees Celsius. The usual method is to take them out and tap the bottom. You can't do that with these because they're going to be hot and sticky. So taking the temperature is the best option if you're not sure. Once they're cooked, remove from the oven, and while they're still piping hot, brush a little bit of that glaze we left in the bowl earlier over the top. This will give them a lovely shine and extra sticky sweetness. Wait for them to completely cool before slicing, or they'll look doughy inside. I'm pulling this apart while it's still hot so you can see the texture of the dough. If I used a knife at this stage, I would end up gluing all the moist crumb together and it would look like it's not cooked. So if you can wait for them to cool and don't cut them, or if you can't wait, pull them apart.